What up, what up? It's your boy Olski, Wolski 3000, coming to you live from Fresh Cold Podcast. This week, my solo venture, down a podcast about myself. Normally I got my man Mike with me, but this week I'm by myself. So I wanted to go over some things that I did this weekend that I had fun doing also. I went to check out some art in the city. I went to check out Kaws, who's one of our leading contemporary artists. And, you know, he's known for his X's over the eyes and does a lot of play on pop culture like The Simpsons, Family Guy, and Sesame Street. So recently, he had an exhibit at the Scarred Skets. I don't want to mess up the gallery name, but it's running from November 8th to December 19th. So if you guys want to go check it out, I recommend you go check it out. The exhibit is called Gone, and it was pretty good. One of my favorite pieces was the Michelin Man that he had there. It was all black. It was pretty dope. I don't normally like abstract art, but I like the way Kaws uses colors, and the colors were vibrant. He uses black in a way that I didn't think that black would be appealing to the eye, but I did enjoy the exhibit. And so if you guys are in the city by the 19th of December 2018, make sure you go check out Kaws Gone. Now, to continue with Kaws, he also was able to do a collaboration with Uniqlo. And this is one of the articles from Uniqlo. He's been doing collaborations with Uniqlo for a while. This time it was a Sesame Street collab. Last time was a Snoopy Peanut collab. And the Sesame Street collab was pretty dope. They had plush toys, all your favorite characters from Sesame Street. So, back to Kaws. Uniqlo collab, Cookie Monster, Big Bird, and of course, Bert and Ernie. These collabs were dropped about last week, and they're still in stores. You can't get the complete box set anymore, but you can get them individually, and I'll recommend you do that. Put these back down. One of my favorite pieces from the Kaws Sesame Street Uniqlo collab is this actual hoodie I have on, and then also is an off-white hoodie that's similar with all the Sesame Street characters going across, which is pretty dope. So if you have an opportunity, don't hesitate. They're affordable. The hoodies were about $29. The collectible plush toys of all the Sesame Street characters were about $40 each. So it's a great Christmas present for a kid that you want to try to introduce to art and on entry level. So I recommend you do that. So now, music. Music this week was interesting for me. I had an opportunity to go see her in concert at the Brooklyn Still on Tuesday. And I was actually looking forward to see Tone Stiff, who opened for her. I got there late, wasn't able to see his opening performance for her, but she managed to bring him out throughout the show because they have some material together and the boy can sing. So I'm a fan of Tone. He's a great vocalist. And her band is great. Her background vocalist, dope. Also, like, they can sing, so like they compliment her. Her show ran on time. Vocals great. She sounds like her records, and she can play hella instruments. I didn't know that. I didn't know she could play the drum, guitar, and like all those other instruments. And she's only 21, which is phenomenal. I think it's great to see young people going out there reaching out for their dreams and achieving their goals. And so I just want to commend her on a great show. And she's a great singer-songwriter, and she's also a great performer. So I was pleased by the performance from the show. Another thing in music recently, Meek Mill album drop. I don't like to do a whole lot of music reviews, but for the culture, I gotta talk about Meek album. Meek album is hard. Of course, he representing for the streets, but also, I feel like we've listened to an elevated Meek Mill now. I feel like this is the album we all been waiting for him to get beyond the bitches, the hoes, the Audemars, bust down the watches, and talk about real life stuff. And he's going through some stuff, as we all know. So I was just happy to see Meek Mill put out a project that you get some type of fulfillment from, you get some type of jewels from, you get some type of conviction. You believe it's belief behind the music this time. Mixing was excellent. Guru did the mixing for this album, of course. And if you don't know who Guru is Jay-Z's engineer. So Guru engineered this album. He got it to sound perfect. So the production is dope. To me, the highlights on the album, of course, is the song with Rick Ross and Jay-Z, which What's Free, where Jay-Z goes off on that and speaks to the culture, how he's supposed to, at the level that he's supposed to. Another highlight on the album is the song with Drake, Going Bad on Him. At first, I didn't like the song. I didn't like the song at first, I'll be honest with you guys. I thought it was just too simple. But the more and more I listen to it, it's appealing to the ear, and I mean, it's catchy. And eventually, I guess I'll like it. But right now, it's just okay to me. But it's not a bad song. Another highlight is the song Champion, which I thought was really dope. Dope song. And one other song, I think it's something I almost fell in love with a Dottie. I don't know the name of the song off rip, but Meek Mill has a dope album. Another music component, Lil Baby. I like Lil Baby. To me, he represents for the youngins that's coming up, and he's like motivational speaking from the streets. And I like Lil Baby, and I look forward to hearing more good music from Lil Baby. So that's my music edition of Fresh Code Podcast. We talk about everything that is relevant to the culture of hip hop, art, and music and fashion. So I want to talk about this Jerkface art exhibit that I went to this weekend also. Jerkface is a pretty dope artist. I didn't know about him until I went to the exhibit. I've seen some things on social media via Instagram that would caught my eye because I like pop art and I like The Simpsons. And he did a good play on Bart Simpson. His prints were sold out the day of. When I was speaking to the young lady at the gallery, she told me that people would line up the day before. It was actually a snowstorm the day before, and people would line up the day before so they could get prints. He had 3 editions of limited edition prints. One was about 500. The other 2 were about 1,000 each, and they all sold out. And while we're there, they only had 1 print left, and that print was 5,500, and it was a dope hologram. I'm not sure how many of those they made, but I'm guessing that it was very, very limited. So if you have an opportunity, go check out Jerkface art exhibit in New York City. If you're in the New York City or tri-state area, make sure you check that out. I think it's a very dope art exhibit. So as far as art, I'm done talking about art. Right now, I'm gonna get into this fashion. Right. So Dior released his men's collection. I've been saying ads, and ironically, Kaws has collaboration for as some of the pieces in the collection. And Kaws is known for their X's over the eyes. So there's B's with X's over the eyes on pants, like a polo, Ralph Lauren all over print type of effect. Couple brochures. You know, even in the ads that they had the pink BFF dressed up in a tux, which was all the ads were very cool. Then when the actual show was gonna premiere, they had this dope sculpture. I don't know who did the sculpture, but it like the lighting, everything was crazy about the lighting. And the actual clothes, to me, overall, are just eh. Like, I'm not blown away. Kim Jones is the men's director of Dior's fashion now. Kim Jones came from Louis Vuitton as the men's director. Now Virgil is at Louis Vuitton as the men's creative director for Louis Vuitton. But prior to that, it was Kim Jones. Kim Jones' work at Louis Vuitton was cool to me. You know, I like some of the things he did with like the sweatshirts with the LV logo, the upside down LV logo. I thought was dope. Um, but the Dior, I'm not blown away. It's like, I'm not sure I'm gonna run out and get a Dior sweatshirt. I was hoping to. One thing I can say though, he did do a good collab with Kaws and how he implemented Kaws in the ads and on some of the pieces. But overall, I'm not blown away about the collection. It's not a bad collection. I guess I was expecting more because he's just got to Dior and it's his coming out party. Pause. His coming out, his first time with the house, which is ironically connected to Louis Vuitton anyway, because Dior, Fendi, Louis Vuitton, Hennessy, they're all part of the LVMH umbrella. So it's just funny how he transitioned from one house to the other and still making an impact. I'm hoping that this is just the first collection and that there's more heat coming. So until then, Dior is just okay. Now, I like to talk about the anticipation of Virgil dropping his men's collection for Louis Vuitton. So far, only thing I've seen that I like is the leather jacket with the accessible pockets on the outside with the Louis Vuitton embroidery on them. I don't know what else he's rolling out. How soon is it going to be in stores? I'm just anticipating it and hope he comes with that heat because there's a lot of pressure. If you don't know it, there's a lot of pressure because people are probably wondering what is this young black designer going to do with such an esteemed house as Louis Vuitton men's collection. And I think you have all the talent in the world to knock it out the park. But let's see if you can live up to the pressure. So that's Fresh Cold Podcast for this week. It's your boy, Olski Wolski 3000. Thank you. Come again. You can follow us at fresh_code_podcast on Instagram. Once again, that's fresh_code_podcast. So fresh and so clean.